video. I feel so pretty today. Like me and my double chinning. Anyway, I'm back with another video. And basically, guys, it's a recruitment video again, or HR based video, career based video. So basically, I want to make a few announcements before we get started into the content of this video. As you guys know, that I make a lot of faith-based content, lifestyle content, etc. As much as I enjoy that content, it is very life consuming. And I say life consuming as to sometimes I don't know what to share and what not to share. And I feel like for someone who doesn't know what to share and what not to share, it's probably not the best thing to then be sharing, because there are times where I'll upload something and cringe and, unless if it's something that the Holy Spirit leads me to, then that's different. But like with vlogs and lifestyle content, it's, you share what you feel like sharing. And sometimes it's like, yeah, no. So I've decided to then make this channel solely about HR content, recruitment content, etc. So basically, I'll just be sharing with you guys everything and anything regarding recruitment that I feel I have knowledge or skills on. I will share it with you guys to help you guys in your job search. Essentially, that is what I want this channel to be. So if there are going to be vlogs, it'll be vlogs like day in the life of a recruiter, day in the life of me going to a career fair at a university, day in the life of interviews all day in the life of admin day in the life of scanning through CVs, stuff like that really will help you guys and add value to, your daily life. I don't want my channel to be something that you watch because you feel sorry for me or you want to support surprise. I want it to be something you watch because you know that I want it to be something that you guys watch because you know you're going to get value out of it. I've been watching a lot of like reels on Instagram, and like there's these like media gurus who advise you. And their advice really is, I take it to heart, because as someone who aspires to be an influencer, I'm honest about this to my friends and now to you guys. My hope one day is to become an influencer, to have it as a side hustle, something that I can make money from. You kind of have to have a niche, and for me, my niche is recruitment. It's talking to you guys about your CVs. I'm good at it, and I did kind of like a test run, not a test run, but I'm still helping a couple of people with like finding them jobs and stuff for free, obviously, because I don't have a business and charging them would be a bit tricky. But one day I'm going to start charging because it's a lot of work. But basically what I do is that I help them with their CV. I show them how to use LinkedIn. I show them how to use job sites if they've never used them. And in doing that, I found myself feeling so fulfilled. So I was like, okay, I can do classes. When you think of surprise, you think of a solution to your problem. I don't want that when you think of Surprise's YouTube channel or me in general, you think, oh my gosh, I have to watch a video because she's my friend and I don't really enjoy it. But, I don't want that. I think about that a lot because I only watch content I enjoy, content that helps me, content I enjoy, content that, that's me. I don't watch content that is, I don't want to say a waste of time, but I want that when you watch my channel, you're like, okay, value is added. Anyway, enough about that. Essentially, I'm here to tell you guys about interview etiquette. Now, as you guys know, we are in a global panini, and it means that a lot of the things that happen are happening online. And as some of you might know, here in South Africa, we might go into a third wave. And then I also saw on Twitter, but Twitter is not a good source to quote. But anyway, I saw on Twitter that they're rolling out the vaccine, but I don't know if this is true, so I need to research that. So yeah, we are, still within a pandemic. And basically a lot of the things that happen online. So first things first, when it comes to a online interview, familiarize yourself with the platforms that are used, that are common. So what I mean by this is that, number one, you've heard of Zoom, you've heard of Microsoft Teams, you've heard of, there's another one called Blue Jeans. I don't know if companies use that. But I guess the two most popular ones are Microsoft Teams and Zoom. Some companies still use Skype. I don't like, okay, I'm not going to say what I think. But then, yeah, so familiarize yourself with Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Skype, Blue Jeans. And for instance, let's say you get called for an interview, they're like, hey, we're going to send you a link. Ask them, what platform do you guys use? And then if they say Microsoft Teams and you've never used Microsoft Teams before, get a friend so that you set up a meeting with a friend on that app and see how it works. Like, okay, can I hear you? Can you hear me? Do you know how to unmute? Do you know how to mute? Do you know how to, do you know how to use the app? Because one thing that I found is that we'll be interviewing someone and they don't even know how to unmute themselves. We can see them, they can see us, but we're just sitting there like, unmute yourself, and they're like, and then we're like 15 minutes in, always be considerate of people's time. So familiarize yourself with Zoom. In America, I think they use WebEx. I don't think I have American viewers, but just familiarize yourself with these platforms so that you're not sitting there trying to unmute your mic 30 minutes into your, like, what are you doing? Secondly, like I said, just onto the first point, make sure when you're testing with your friends and family, the most important thing is that you're audible. Not me getting a message while I'm trying to shoot this. MTN, come on, guys. So, essentially what I'm saying is that just familiarize yourself with how it works. Like, you don't want to be trying to unmute, and yeah, don't be that person. Don't. Anyway, I'm a bit distracted, so forgive me. Secondly, something that you really need to note when it comes to these platforms, it's still an interview, so please dress the part. I mean, because we're only seeing you probably from, you see where it's like you can see, it's probably going to be the same with you. So just put on a nice top, a nice pair of earrings if you're a lady, or if you're a man that likes earrings, put on, just, you don't have to put on makeup, but just, look presentable, just try your best to project a presentable image. I get that obviously we're at home and some people might not think anything of it, but obviously you still want to make a good first impression, and most likely 9 out of 10 you'll be asked to switch on your camera. So just make sure that you still look presentable. It's still an interview. You're still being interviewed for a job, so still look the part. And I know that technology can be quite intimidating. I'm fully aware, but sometimes it can seem a bit, not rude, but like, how can I put it? A lot of us are on Twitter, Facebook. I'm not on Facebook, but then that's not the point, surprise. I just don't. Never mind. You don't like something and you just feel so strongly about not liking it, and then you want to say it, but then I need to shut up. Essentially what I'm saying is that a lot of us are on these platforms and we know how to use them quite well. So same with Zoom and stuff like that. You're kind of expected to know how it works. But then again, I understand that not everybody has had exposure to those platforms and stuff, so I get it. So first things first, like I said, we're just recapping here before I close off the video. Make sure to familiarize yourself with Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Skype, Duo for some. I don't know if companies use Duo because it's on a phone, but just Google Meet. Familiarize yourself with these things, because you don't want someone to send you a link and then you don't know you don't know what's happening. Especially the Microsoft Teams link, it is a bit confusing because it's not an actual URL link. It's a link where it says click here to join meeting. So some people are like, should I click there? Even though it says click here. But some people, it can be a bit confusing. Even for myself, before I ever used Microsoft Teams, it was a bit confusing. But I understand if you are a student and you've never used Microsoft Teams, then familiarize yourself with it today. If you've never used Zoom, familiarize yourself with it today, because that's how most interviews are going to take place. And then secondly, dress the part. Just because it's online, it doesn't mean that you don't have to dress the part. I think it will even psych you up for it. You'll feel, regal, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, so dress the part as well. And then last but not least, have questions. It's still an interview. It's you because it is online, a lot of the time it won't feel as interactive. So when you have questions, it kind of motivates the people that are asking you the questions to then interact with you. You also want to be memorable. In a day, one could interview 10 people, so it is sometimes difficult to remember who certain people are. But if you ask the right questions, then you know you're memorable. So it's the same as a normal interview. You get there on time. So just to go back to the first point, as you now would have familiarized yourself with it, I will always say log on to the app or whatever thing that they're using 5 minutes before, so that you can know that your connection is working. Just to be comfortable with it. But last but not least, ask questions. So my next video will be what questions to ask within an interview, and I hope that that will assist you guys in obviously, like, asking the right questions. Because let me put it this way: are there right questions and are there wrong questions to ask? Yes, there are. Like the questions that you ask, a lot of the time we can tell as recruiters whether you got this off the internet or not. But some questions we can tell whether it's genuine interest or you're asking just to, I don't know. So make sure that your questions do also come from genuine interest about the company that you're being interviewed for, because it can be quite embarrassing if your questions are just straight from Google. It can feel very impersonal. So make sure that your questions are out of genuine interest, because when you're being interviewed by the company, a lot of the time you like the brand. And I get that sometimes we're just looking for jobs, but research the company that you're being interviewed by, so that you don't just seem like someone who just wants a job. Because a lot of the time, someone who has a genuine interest within a certain brand will probably do better than someone who just wants a job, someone who's just going to warm the seat, right? So same with you. Research, have a genuine interest in the brand, find at least one common value with them, so that when you do ask questions, it's coming from that place and it's genuine. More than anything, be genuine, even with people that don't know you. Like I was about to say, genuinity. Be genuine. Being genuine, it goes further sometimes than a qualification. Not all the time, but sometimes, in some circumstances, in some situations. And not genuine to the point where you're shooting yourself in the foot with the comments that you make. Listen, I'm going into a whole other video now, but then essentially what I'm saying is that familiarize yourself with these apps, dress the part, and ask the right questions. It's still an interview at the end of the day. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. My apologies for not having any makeup on today. I just thought to make this quickly for you guys. Yeah, guys, I hope you're all well, and bye.
I'm not gonna be there for